Hey, what's up guys? Kane here with XBLA fans, and I'm going to be giving you a quick taste of Spiral Splatter from Sometimes You and Neon Chimp Games. It's out on Xbox One for $4.99. And the gist of the game is you travel along and try to get to this target as a ball. In the early levels, it's mostly just don't touch the outsides. It plays a lot like you'd expect a game to play, you know, if you were using a mouse cursor. And that's about kind of how it plays. I would say it doesn't exactly control the greatest, but thankfully they put in like some kind of crazy buffer on how fast you actually need to go to beat these levels. So they're not actually that difficult. So you should be able to get all the achievements in this game in about an hour, and that's something that is worth considering if that's something that matters to you. It's definitely not that difficult a game. Some of the later levels do eventually change the formula up, and you end up in a little bit of a different kind of world in a sense. So it's less about just, you know, going from point A to point B, and there's more obstacles along the way. Now, you might recognize the name Sometimes You from Energy Cycle, One-Eyed Cut, North, but I would imagine you probably recognize the name a little bit more from this sound right here. Like I said, it's another one of those games that you can beat in about an hour, so it's not going to be anything too difficult. It is a little skill-based, but I would say largely not so much. Eventually the level design changes a little bit, and one thing I did have a complaint on is the fact that the time auto starts if you were to hit Y, which is a quick restart, but if you were to actually just hit restart, it stays standard and stationary, allowing you to kind of decide when you want to move, you know. And on some of these levels where the levels are revolving around with you, it's actually a little important. Some of those are actually a little tighter on the times. One thing I realized, at least for me, is I started just brute forcing some of these solutions, because instead of actually trying to just do it like it's a Twitch puzzle, like, it's not that fun for me anyway. I was just like, if I'm just here for achievements, might as well just pound it through, and eventually it's just gonna work. You don't really have to try super hard. Some of the levels just get to where you can just kind of go and slam it through, and it will eventually go. That's just kind of how this was for me. I mean, I would personally say this is not one that clicked for me in any sense of just enjoyment. But that being said, I have heard from other friends who said that they did enjoy it, so hey. One of the main reasons you're going to die in this game is just the fact that whenever you have a timer, at least for me, you try to rush through the levels. One thing you really just need to remember when you're playing this game is that the timers are set to make it easy for you. They're not really set to be difficult, so as long as you remember that, you can kind of still get through pretty easy here. Now, the checkpoints do make it a little frustrating when you're trying to actually get a, clean run or whatnot, because you will have to then, you know, reset it and go through again. Now, like I said, the main reason you're going to die is just if you're rushing. As long as you sit back and relax and just chill, it's a pretty easy game. I know this video is a little bit on the shorter end, but hope you guys enjoyed it. Please do like and share. It helps us out a ton. I know I'm infringing a little bit on Scratch's territory with this length, but hey, not much else really to show off. Thanks again, guys, and later.